What's up, people? I do like 5,000 takes whenever I do videos. So, since last week, I have been reading. Actually, I was reading before last week. So, this past month, I've just been reading a lot, kind of listening to a lot of podcasts, listening to the audiobooks, kind of going into myself. And that's just me when I'm trying to work through stuff. I kind of try to become introverted because I'm an introvert at heart anyway. So let's start with the book that I was waiting for all year basically, and will be waiting for again for another year, and that is my one fiction book, which is A Court of Wings and Ruin by Sarah J. Maas. This is the third book in A Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy. And Court of Thorns and Roses basically starts off with a human who kills a wolf. And that wolf is not a wolf, and basically the human gets thrown into this world of fairies and these goblin type creatures and these old ancient beasts and all this kind of stuff, and it's the human going through all of that with a bunch of twists and turns, and it's just a lot of fun in there. But yeah, we're on to the third book, and I of course flipped to the end, and that's how I know it's going to be a fourth book, because they were like, the series continues in 2018. So I'm like, fabulous. Thank you for pulling my heart out, because I love this series. Couldn't wait for this book. Got it, read it. Moving on. Then I started listening to I started reading Austin Nestle's side hustle books. I subscribe to Amazon Unlimited, and that is $9.99 a month, and you can take out 10 books on the unlimited list at a time. Pretty much exchange them anytime you want. It's just, you just gotta have you just can only have 10 books at a time. So I had taken out the side hustle book volume 2 by Austin Nestle, and then I switched it up and got another book, and I can't remember what it was. So I finished that one, and I will eventually get part 3. Right now, and what's in my queue for my Kindle app is something that I actually bought. Vlog Like a Boss. This is a YouTuber, and I wanted to read her book. I just happened upon her because I'm always on YouTube. I live on YouTube. I don't own cable or anything like that, so I basically live on YouTube. I'm always looking for something to watch. As a matter of fact, AT&T is slowing down my phone speed right now because I stream a lot of YouTube, because when I'm at home, AT&T Uverse is my home internet provider, and my phone won't pick up the YouTube app, so I have to drop the internet access, the Wi-Fi access, and use my phone on the AT&T service. So on top of them having terrible internet access, they also throttle your service if you exceed their limit. I didn't even exceed it last month, but they're still throttling my service this month. And this goes to tell you that I'm paying I think it's like $120 some a month for my phone, and another $65 a month for crappy internet. Thanks, AT&T, great service. Yeah. Other than that, I am actually listening to a book on this app called Hoopla. Hoopla is if you have a local library that participates in it, it's a digital book, video, TV, music app. I love it. I live in a county called Fulton County here in Atlanta. It's the biggest county that's here in Atlanta. It covers so much area. And so I was able to get onto this app because it's not offered in all of our counties. It's only offered in certain counties. So not everybody's going to have access to Hoopla. So when I got this, I wound up finding this book because I saw it on Audible, But then I wound up going on Hoopla and finding it on there, which makes it free, versus Audible, I would have had to use one of my credits for it. So instead of using my credit, just got it for free. So I have Debt-Free Living, How Spending Fast Helped Me Get From Broke to Badass in Record Time by Anna Newell Jones. And let's see if y'all can see that. Oh, it's focusing on my face. Stop looking at my finger. Oh, it does not want to focus on this thing. Come on. It doesn't want to focus on it. Anna Newell Jones created this blog called And Then We Save.com, and I really loved her blog. She basically decided that for 365 days, one entire year, she was not going to spend any money on miscellaneous items, things that she didn't really need, basically her wants. She was only taking care of her needs, and then she gave herself like a little buffer. You know, she gave a list of, okay, you can buy this, this, and this, but for the most part she didn't buy anything new in order to try to pay off her debt, because her debt was like basically crushing her and sucking her soul out, and she felt horrible. So she took this year, paid off her debt. She didn't give any gifts, she didn't go out to eat with people, you know, you pretty much name it, she didn't do it. And she learned how to barter things and all that kind of stuff. But I'm like halfway through this book, and I'm like, I can't do a spending fast for a whole year. That's not me. I can't do that, da 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 da. But I'm going to go ahead and listen to this book anyway. And it's full of great information, I have to admit, because granted, I don't feel that I can personally do a spending fast for an entire year without being a bitch to everybody around me. She does provide lots, like I said, lots of quality information in there, lots of ideas and things like that. So even if you take your spending fast and do like a month, or say like 2 months, or like a week or 2 weeks, then you have ideas of things to do that won't trigger you or cause you to spend money and things like that, and kind of use your money towards helping you to pay off your debt. Next book I am reading, it's kind of along the lines of the side hustle, just go blank, the side hustle ones that I was reading by Austin Nestle. And this is the $100 Startup by Chris Guillebeau. Chris Guillebeau has a podcast right now where he is actually teaching people, well, not teaching people, he has a podcast right now where he's actually telling people about different people's startups, how they got into those startups, what type of money they're making in them, and so on and so forth. But I really love this because it's a short format, and it kind of just breaks down, you know, all these different types of side hustles to try to get your mind going, get your ideas going, so you can, you know, kind of figure out, okay, what am I going to do? What can I do to make a little money here and there? And then, you know, it's just cool. I like his show. I love his show, love his format. Lastly, I am perusing, not really rereading, but perusing Your Money or Your Life by Vicki Robin. Kind of rereading it. You see all these tabs, which lets you know I read it previously. I struggled through it because it's so full of information. So as I'm reading it, I can't just like, you can't fly through it, because you have to stop and actually take it in and actually let it become a part of you. And it's basically talking to the side of me that I really feel this side. Like, all the things that you buy in life just to try to fill a void, they're not going to help you. What's going to help you is figuring out your purpose in life, figuring out, you know, what you really enjoy doing, and then going with those and letting all of the other materialistic stuff go by the wayside, because otherwise, of course, you're like polluting the planet, so on and so forth. I'm not going to get into that because I kill my coworkers with that and they actually hate me for it. But it's like, you know, getting your focus on what you love, kind of like minimalism. You focus on what you love and you only do that. You know, don't add all these extra hobbies and stuff, the stuff that junks up your life. So that's what Your Money or Your Life is about. You are focusing on whatever you love, finding your purpose, and within that you are actually reducing your carbon footprint, you are reducing the amount of money you're spending on things, and you are moving forward with life just in general with more happiness in you. And once you have reached that level of contentment, like the money that you make, instead of it going to the malls, the stores, you know, buying this and that, it's actually just accumulating in your account, which allows you to retire earlier. And that is what I would love to be able to do, just retire earlier and stuff like that. So that's something that I really want to focus on. Excuse me. My husband's cooking and getting into the office. But yeah, that's what I want to focus on, you know, finding what I love, finding what I'm passionate about, finding what sparks joy in my life, and going toward that with everything that I have, and leaving all the other materialistic stuff at the wayside, and just, you know, just killing it. But yeah, those are all the books that I'm reading right now. I'll catch up to you all later. So until next time, remember, the best type of wallet to have is always going to be a wealthy one. Peace.